Garlinghouse speaks appeal. Why did they do it? Justin Sun found a place to escape to. Bipartisan support of crypto. Not a chance, girlfriend. XRP price at the end.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Happy Friday, everyone. Justin Sun
is still a scumbag, and we're going to talk about him later. But first, your comments. Hot, spicy, relevant. Be able to share in the next video. By the way, your comments have all been legit lately. Listen to this one. Chris Farley says that Cardano rant was hilarious. Thank God I sold my ADA stash years ago. Best decision ever. I like saying ADA. The Reverend Funky from Canada says, I bought NFTs with mine a while back, and at least they're holding their value, unlike the token. Well done. Wandering Gnome says, what's up, Klaus? Thanks for the news. Just curious why you keep bringing up Cardano and ADA when no one gives a rat's ass about it. Because remember how much that was pumped? Remember how people were talking about Cardano this, Cardano that, going to revolutionize this and that? Here we are, years later, hasn't done jack shit. And a lot of projects are full of crap like that as well. So many names says 40 cents is my interest point for stacking. Holy crap, that's low. Way to be exotic and digging for it. We're talking about when do you like buying your XRP? What price point do you stack at? Says I'm broke AF, so I can't anymore, but I started buying around $1.10 around 3 to 4 years ago on the way down. Got my average around 42 cents, so under that is where I get interested. Thank you for the share, which means you did lots of stacking, my guy, my gal, at sub 40 cents. Well done. You probably took advantage of a lot of that 30-cent action. Christine Dryden says, okay, Klaus, here you go. From the wife knowing you want naughtiness before she even reads your text. Haha, good luck for Freaky Friday. My wife is car shopping right now. So as my wife car shops, she is not responding to my naughty text messages or naughty Snapchats. Freaky Friday is on hold for the time being. Bitcoin sitting at 60,872 while ETH is 2445. You notice a lot of green in the market. I like it. I've got a story to share with you regarding green ETH. Okay, ETF didn't do so much. BNB at 573, SOL at 145. SWE coming back was at like 174, 175 not too long ago. Now back up at 205. XRP at 53. We're gonna talk XRP price action at the end because you know how we like to mix it up. Guess what, boyfriend and girlfriend? XLM broke 9 cents. Let's golf clap, XLM. You broke 9 cents. Well done. Well done. All right, let's get into JS. Trans Justin Sun secures prime minister status in Liberland. You can't make this shit up. For real, you cannot make this shit up. When you got up this morning, I guarantee you 100% that you weren't like, you know what? Justin Sun is going to be some big shot in a country where it's not even officially recognized. And you just wait. Just wait. Liberland, an unrecognized micro-country near the Danube River, is in one of the most conflicted areas of the Balkans. Croatia and Serbia contest the territory, and the two neighboring nations have a long history of disputes over former Yugoslavia. However, the micro-country, which is yet to be recognized by any state, employs the initiative blockchain-based voting system. The system has a unique ability to eliminate doubt regarding election outcomes, a challenge faced by many countries still relying on traditional methods. Totally true. We've all said, hey, let's use the blockchain for votes. But let's be real here. Sun was nominated as prime minister in the test Congress election, and 3 well-established Liberlanders were re-elected to serve in Congress. According to data from Q1 of 2024, Liberland reached 1,200 registered citizens who could vote in this election. Do you know why Justin Sun would want to go to the pits of hell and become like a big shot there? Because every freaking country is going to be coming after this man for all the fraud and wrongdoing, naughty shenanigans he's done. This dude is already wanted by people. Yeah. He's tried to buy his way into several places. Dude is shady AF. Liberland. You know you've pissed off plenty of people if you are trying to claim your own in between Croatia and Serbia. Either that or you just dumb AF. Bitcoin rises 3% as the S&P 500 hits all-time highs. Yeah, see, the markets are pumping. It's not just crypto, it's traditional markets as well. Bitcoin saw a notable increase to 3% today. It's climbing even more. Upward momentum coincides with the S&P 500 reaching an all-time high at 58.19. Over the past year, the S&P 500 has gained an impressive 13 trillion in market cap. So when we're talking about like market cap and crypto, keep this in mind, okay? S&P 500, they've gained an impressive 13 million in market cap. That's what they gained. in 2024. The entire crypto market cap ain't nowhere near that as a whole. 2.1 trillion. So just the S&P 500. So when people out there are trying to get an idea of like how big is crypto like compared to other things, compared to the S&P 500, it's like not even a speck on the floor. It's crazy. You just have to think about money this way in terms of scale. There's some big money stuff out there. Bipartisan support for crypto is fragile. Congressman John Curtis. 71 Democrats have joined Republican colleagues in a rare bipartisan effort to repeal SAB 121's guideline earlier this year. But guess what happened? When it came down to really vote towards it, they didn't go with it. They voted party lines. Congressman John Curtis, United States Representative for the state of Utah, took the stage at Permissionless 3 with Utah Senator Mike Lee to discuss. They said it's really important for all of us, all of you as you push the issue in Washington, to realize if it becomes a partisan issue, it will have a very, very difficult time. Anything in Washington that becomes partisan struggles. Crypto is partisan. No, it already is. We've seen, okay, when it came to repealing SAB 121, the Democrats all voted this way. The Republicans all voted this way. The Democrats did not want to go against the Biden veto. I said that. Yeah, I said that right. The Biden veto. So wrong. I said that wrong. So think about that. When it really came down to it, when the rubber hit the road, because what happened was Biden appealed this, or vetoed it. He vetoed it. Sorry, I've got the court case all in my head. He vetoed it, knocked it down, right? All of a sudden, then we're sitting here going, okay, maybe we'll get those Democrats support to do it. No, they said F off. So it is partisan. So no, you're not going to get regs this year. So stop falling for that crap. No, the Democrats are not pro-crypto. Who are the most anti-crypto people out there? Maxine Waters, Democrat. What about the Shermanator? Democrat. Elizabeth Warren, Democrat. Sherrod Brown, not a big fan of crypto at all. Democrat. Who vetoed SAB 121? President. Democrat. That's my point. All right, let's talk about Brad. I gotta let the blood pressure come down a little bit. It's Freaky Friday, not get fired up Friday. I'm supposed to be chilling the F out. I already ran today. Ran 7 miles, by the way. It was really nice. Nice run of the hills. I had some fun today. Ripple CEO breaks the silence on the cross appeal move. Brad Garlinghouse has recently spoken out about the company's decision to file a cross appeal against the SEC. By the way, the strategy behind it, they're making sure nothing's left untouched. It makes sense. It's going to drag it out longer. It's going to make things, you're digging your heels in the sand, but you're covering everything. The decision, it should be recalled earlier that in October, the SEC appealed the decision ordering Ripple to pay $125 million civil penalty to XRP sales, a fraction of the $2 billion sought by the SEC. This is what Brad said, and as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked where everyone, yep, you said it in your head, down below. Brad Garlinghouse says this: as I said earlier this month, if Gensler and the SEC cared about the rule of law, they would accept their loss and move on. But they're not interested in faithfully applying the law and providing clarity or to industry players in the U.S. Under Chair Gensler, the agency is only interested in creating havoc. U.S. innovation and technology be damned. With our cross appeal today, we're looking forward to sealing the SEC's fate and finally putting an end to the SEC's regulation by enforcement agenda. Ripple was the industry leader in the first go-around in court, and we look forward to leading the way in this round as well. Essentially, the reason Ripple wants to cross appeal is to make sure nothing is left undone, unsettled. Look, if you're going to go through this, you might as well just rip everything on down and fix it all. Let the courts fix it all. And you know what's going to be the problem here, right? You see, you smart people are already thinking it. It's going to go to the Supreme Court. It's going to go one more level of courts. Oh, crap. Which could delay it then at least another year, right? Yeah. And you got to be careful here. That's a real possibility, but it makes sense because basically what Brad is saying is, look, I don't want to think I'm okay running a business, doing all this crypto stuff. I don't want to think I'm good. I don't want to think, I want to know. And what he's referring to is Coinbase. Coinbase got all the goodies they needed, all the filings that they did with the SEC. They got all the approvals from the SEC. They got everything approved for the SEC. They filled it all out, sent it all to, everything was stamped good to go, right? Then what happens? Then Coinbase thinks that they're doing the right thing, and then the SEC comes from behind and just says, Happy Freaky Friday. Ooh, I forgot the lube. Yeah, seriously, think about that. And that's what Brad doesn't want. Brad doesn't want to be like Coinbase, where he's like, all right, so I filed all this, I got all the approvals, and then I get screwed. No, he's like, look, courts, you're going to settle this once and for all. This is setting the stage for the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court is setting the stage for what, everyone? This to be dragged out a long time. Oh, Klaus, you're just being negative. The SEC asked for $2 billion in penalties. Ripple asked for, what was it, like 12 or 13 million? They're a bit far apart here. Crypto is partisan. I'm sorry, can you please tell me what presidential candidate is running as the pro-crypto president? Oh, yeah, that would be Donald Trump, a Republican. And what candidate out there has been vice president for 3.5 years while Gary has been wrecking crypto, doing whatever he wants? That would be Kamala Harris, and she's what, everyone? A Democrat. Now, I'm being fair. The Republicans have also screwed the pooch on this as well, and we're going to talk about XP price right after that. Because think, Patrick McHenry threatened Gensler for years. Oh, I'm going to subpoena you, but he never did anything about it. What about all the other talk you heard on the Hill? We're going to hold them accountable. None of it happened, did it? I could share with you tweets as long as the day is long, and there's still a lot of day left, about all of these threats from the Republicans that meant nothing because they never followed through with it. So don't just point blame at the Democrats. You got to point blame at the Republicans for not holding Gary Gensler accountable. Now, I know the 24-hour chart, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? And I'm like, yeah, but we're in the meh zone. We really are in the meh zone because you all like stacking way less than at this range right here. And this range isn't juicy. This is 53 cents. Okay, north of 60, north of 65. I know some of you out there are taking some juicy profits. I know quite a few of you have sent me a message about looking like, hey, once we hit 60 again, I'm out of this crap until the case is over. I don't want to wait. Some of you are like, hey, look, I'll keep playing the pumps and dumps. Hey, I'll keep stacking. Some of you out there, even in the comments, told us that where are you stacking, everyone? You're stacking sub 40. Well done, by the way. So when it comes to XRP price, I don't think any of us are really interested in this. We could sit here and jerk each other off about Bollinger Bands and, oh my God, the triangle is coming down, the converging and the steps and the bands and the... Okay. Middle East doesn't give a shit about that. Middle East tension can fire up like we've seen plenty of times now and crash the market on down. The SEC doesn't care about Bollinger Bands. The SEC just cares about wrecking crypto, and Bollinger Bands don't tell you that story. So you got to pay attention to the macros out there. You got to pay attention to the data. You got to pay attention to the news. And if you've been paying attention, JS, Justin Sun, His Excellency, my God, that's so cringy. Make me gag myself. Justin Sun now is a big shot in Liberland. Awesome. Because he's going to need his own country because I think the rest of the world is coming after him. And the car shopping shit from earlier? Yeah, that's real. But what's also real is that the Dems and the Republicans are very far apart. You're not getting regs right now. They're worried about getting votes. That election is like 3 weeks and change away. And we can definitely see how crypto can lean one way or the other depending on the election. Now, I get it, right? A lot of people vote out there and your priorities are economy, health, border, stuff like that, and I get it. But remember, this is just a news channel, so I want to make sure that I put my point of view strictly just for that. So don't think I'm painting the bubble this way or that way with other topics. Because remember, I like to have my pistolas. I like to do a little hunting. I also like to wear furs. I also like to have some vegan food every once in a while. I also like to run. I also like to say, oh, I almost said it, but I'm not going to. But what I am going to say is that the court stuff is real as well in terms of it's going to take a long time. You know what's going to bug me, though? is for the next couple years, I'm going to have to scroll through Twitter. I'm going to have to scroll through YouTube and see all this crap about, oh, settlement talk, Sunshine Act, let me get on the horse. I got to peddle the bullshit. And it's just going to be a bullshit parade for a couple more years. Now, granted, there's going to be a lot of shit that I'm going to have to sift through to bring you the real news. You know, this whole, you wake up overnight and XRP's 140, what would you do? I'd say, yo, that's a great trip because I'm still tripping on them same balls the next morning. Choo-choo, bitches.